So we're about to embark on, well, a bit of an epic actually. We're going to drive from here, South London, to the very north of the British mainland, a place called John O'Groats. Well, really it's a little bit further on from that, a place called Dunnot's Head. But John O'Groats is the traditional northern end. And we're going to drive right up the spine of the country on the M1 and the A1 and the M6 to Glasgow, and then on to the north. And then after that, we're going to go to the very rugged Isle of Skye. The Q5 is the kind of car you want for this. It's got Quattro, and Audi have very kindly fitted this with winter tyres. We're hoping we don't need any of that actually. British winters aren't that wild. Yes, they're cold. I mean, it's quite cold now. Got in this morning, car was covered in ice, but sometimes you get a little bit of snow, but most cars can cope with that. It's Q5, it's big, so the three of us are very comfortable in here. It's got these lovely S-line touches, like the Alcantara on the seats. Bang & Olufsen stereo. It's got seat heaters front and back. Very nice. So there's no complaining from the back seat that something isn't there. So it's been 2,390 miles and we're back in the City of London. It's Saturday morning, no one about, which is nice. So I'm here to talk to you again. Now, cast your minds back a couple of minutes when I said that British winters weren't really that crazy, that it was a bit of a myth. It's quite cold. My goodness gracious, mate. Can I tell you, we have had quite a trip. The trip to Glasgow was in pouring rain, and I mean pouring rain. I'm talking biblical rain. Glasgow to John O'Groats saw us caught in sleet, snow, rain, just ice falling from the sky. And I don't mean hail, I mean just big chunks of ice. Just really crazy weather. But it was okay. This thing just skated through it. It was no problem at all. And so a couple of days up there, a little bit blowy, no dramas. And then we went to the Isle of Skye. Now, Skye we know is a little bit windy because there's not much between it and the US of A. Except the wind kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, to the point where we were hearing things like strongest wind gust ever recorded. If you're interested, that was 113 miles an hour on Stornoway, which was a few kilometres away from where we were staying. Stornoway is on the Isle of Harris. That is 185 kilometres an hour. So basically, we're in the middle of a cyclone. We had to leave because we lost power, water, and we're running out of food because nothing was available. The fridges in all the fridges in all the supermarkets had died. So we called upon the trusty Q5 to rescue us, and my goodness, this thing rose to the challenge. We often complain about cars being a bit funny in crosswinds. This thing dealt with what was gusting up to about 100 miles an hour, so 160 k's. No problem at all. It felt like we were on a trip to the shops. We were able to hightail it off the island as quick as we wanted. No drama. It was that easy. This car has been an oasis of calm and comfort during what's been a fairly difficult trip. We've had a great time, but it's been a difficult trip because of the terrible weather. The British keep saying to us, it's never like this, but this German car has prevailed. It has done a tremendous job. And more than once, we've looked at each other and said, there isn't another car on the earth that we would have preferred to do this in. To put a bit of a qualification on that, there really isn't a car under about 150 grand that I would have wanted to do this in. This thing has just been so dependable and taken everything we've thrown at it. All the holiday stuff's fitted in the boot. It's been a really easy car to wrangle and get around in. It doesn't use much fuel. I mean, we've done this on 4 tanks of fuel. That's 240 litres, and we've done almost 5,000 Ks. It's just been, it really has been a tremendous car. And we knew the Q5 is a good car. Even though it's getting on a bit, it's still a really good car. And the last couple of weeks has absolutely reinforced that in our minds, that this is still a great car. And I'm going to sound like I'm marketing, but the Quattro has been outstanding. We've been through snow that swallows my feet. So we're talking, a good 6 or 7 inches of snow. It's just driven through it. We've just puddled past everybody. Everyone else is in the left-hand lane doing 60 k's an hour. We just shot past them, and it just felt like we were on a slightly slippy road. It's just tremendous. Highly commend this car to you, particularly if you live in places where the weather can be a little tricky.